What up, what up, what up? Happy Tuesday. It's weird. It's a holiday week. I almost lost train of thought there with what day it is. The recap lunch hour with me, Ryan McGuffey. Question, comments, you know the drill. Fire away. I'm looking forward to seeing some of the usual suspects here on the recap lunch hour as the Chicago Bears prepare for a Thanksgiving Turkey Day tilt at the Detroit Lions and their 10.5-point flipping underdogs. 10.5 points. I think about like 6 weeks ago when the Bears were going into their bye at 4-2 and we're all riding high and feeling pretty damn good about ourselves. And then the just massacre that's happened since. 3 of the losses coming on the last play of the game. 10.5 points. Now look, Detroit's the best team in the NFL. That's a fact. If anyone would like to dispute that, if Kansas City wants to say, hold my beer, I think the Bills are intriguing. The Ravens are intriguing. The Eagles are on the come for sure, like with Saquon Barkley trying to win an MVP from a running back perspective. But until further notice, the Lions are the league's best team. Like they're kind of playing this us against the world any given Sunday approach, which that's fine. I think they have to. It's not like they've packed it in. We released a new episode, and here's what great timing. Osawu's wine tasting. Great show with Big Dog and Keenan Allen. I'm taking the 10.5. Let's go. Hey, great comment because I was just about to allude that we released a new episode of the Big Dog Show last night on the channel. Check it out. Keenan Allen, the guest, and he had a 9-catch, 86-yard game against the Vikings, as we all know. I love when Big Dog brings the vets to the show because they have a different perspective. You have these guys that have played 10-plus years, and in Big Dog's case, Mercedes Lewis, for those who don't know Big Dog, is 19 years. I mean, 2 decades in the league. They have different perspective on this type of stuff. They have different perspective on a 5-game losing streak that probably shouldn't be. They have a different perspective on coaching, what needs to happen versus what is happening. And there's a lot of comments in there. And my teammate Katie behind the screen here is about to put up a few teases later showing you some of the stuff, specifically talking about the Thomas Brown impact on Caleb Williams. I think it's really worth a listen, to your point. And followed up with, I've been drinking heavily this year. Yeah. Well, yeah. It's like the daddy drinks because you cry line from The Simpsons, right? Like that's what this feels like. So yeah, a great call. Taking the 10.5. I'm going to argue why that's a good thing. Erica, how are you? I'm not sure why I feel this way. However, with the short week, I feel good about this Thursday. Everyone, you know why? Maybe a couple of days off, right? Maybe some work, maybe a short work week. Relentless, what do you got? The lock of the week is the over 48.5. Okay, so Relentless, we're going to check in with you next week. I don't hate that, actually. That could be like a backdoor over. The defense hasn't played well. The Bears match up well against the Detroit Lions, folks. They had them dead to rights last year. That's why I think Dan Campbell's going to go all Dan Campbell on him in the pregame. Like, you have the national spotlight on you. You're the league's best team. Go out and prove it, and don't fall into the same trap with a desperate team. King, take it easy. No one's trying to work this week. Some of us have to, King. Here to entertain you, my man. Entertain the masses. That's what we do. So I'm glad you're not working. That's what we're here for. Adrian's always got thoughts. I haven't even read it yet. I just popped it on screen. That could be a concern sometimes. What are your thoughts on there being rumors that Poles was basically the reason Eberflus kept his job last year? Yeah, it feels loaded, but my thing is, I just don't know if I believe it. You got to keep in mind that Matt Eberflus was being interviewed prior to Ryan Poles getting the job. Like, he was already in Hallis Hall under interviews while the Bears were interviewing GM candidates. That's like an ass backwards thing. So That might be true. I also would love to know someday if Poles is being told he can't fire a guy with 3 years left on his deal. Now he's got 2 years. I don't think there's any issue this year firing the guy. It's about success or lack thereof. Dude is like, what's the tweet here? Matt Eberflus. I'm going to pull it up here. I retweeted it the other day. Sometimes I don't care how many damn years you got left on a contract. 5-18 in one-score games, 3-18 on the road. We know 0-18 on Sundays, 2-12 in the division. Bye. Fireable. Gone. Too much talent, too much hope, too much on the line to keep this guy as things continue to crumble. Pablo! Guff, this Thursday we'll all need a break from family and at some point to hang with our sports family here on the lunch hour. Are you going to have a Thanksgiving edition? If not, it's okay. I said yesterday at the end of the episode that I would consider it if there's enough of an appetite for it, pun intended. I'm thinking if we go live at halftime, right? I don't want to distract from what's going on at 11:30. Although if it's a shit show, it might be worth talking about. So maybe we fire up the old computer with a nice spicy bloody. That might be the thing. Katie and I were talking about it. I think right now, clubhouse leader is we will have a recap lunch hour on Thanksgiving with the Bears playing. Can't confirm it yet. Need more love from you guys first to figure it out. Adrian, again, I don't know how true the rumors about Kevin Warren and Ian Cunningham wanted Eberflus out of the building. Okay, that Kevin Warren is Ryan Poles' boss. So and Ian Cunningham works under Ryan Poles. So what we're messaging here is about dysfunction, which there's plenty of. Charles, what's up, man? Our defensive line is going to struggle against Detroit, no doubt. I don't see how we win this game without putting up a load of points. Well, that goes back to the lock of the week from Relentless, which is over 48.5. So I don't think you're wrong, but the Bears have always matched up well against the Lions. But look, it'd be tough to bet anything on the Bears right now. Maybe the over, though. You guys are starting to talk me into this over. Good luck stopping Jahmyr Gibbs. No doubt, Uncle Ted. How about David Montgomery? You don't think he's got this game circled? Huh? Former Bear? I could see that. Ira's 34-20. He's already throwing a prediction out there. That would go for the over. Relentless. Chicago plays well enough. Caleb has a good game. Hey, Ira, if that's what happens, it's another step forward. If Caleb continues to keep being a dude, stack on top of stack on top of stack, and they lose, fine. I like the over with 10.5 point teaser, money line plus 450. All right, dude, or either way. I think that's why you're drinking heavily. I think you're spending heavily too. When you're drinking, you're betting, you're making crazy ass bets like the Bears on the money line against the Lions. I appreciate you. I hate teasers, by the way. I'm not a teaser guy. Cap and I on the account last night, we had taken a couple of hits on the recap account. I'll be honest with you. We were down and we were getting some buzz that the Baltimore Ravens were a 5-star play. We had a half of the account on the money line, half the account on the -3. We're back in the green, baby. Let's go. I'm not sure I'm going to do the teaser on the over in the 10.5 points. So you guys are talking me into this over. We should do a recap lunch hour account. What do you guys think about that? Or we all just, we could start it small. We could do like $10. 10 becomes 20. We can put 100 in. We'll figure it out. I kind of like this idea. Or we do a lunch hour bet of the day. You know what? I like this. I'm already going to, you guys are getting me going here. I'm going to say that we're going to have a recap lunch hour account with a bet of the day that ends each show. You heard Kevin Warren wanted to keep that makes more sense, Erica. Oh boy, here we go. We're going back to the White Sox. How you got Uncle Ted, I appreciate you coming to I appreciate it. Adrian, the favorite for the Bears job is another Trace Armstrong guy, Joe Brady. Well, I'm just going to table all that until we know more. You can't rule it out. That's so dumb that we're interviewing head coaches before we have the GM. That's what was going on. That's what was happening when Eberflus and Poles were being interviewed. How can anyone, including the Bears decision makers, think that's a sound process? That's not how any other team hires. I can tell you, I had knowledge of some of the interviews going on, and they were dumbfounded. Some people who were in the room. Flus has never beat the Packers. That's another reason to fire him, right? The The McCaskies care so much about beating the Packers, and you're 0-11. Actually, they're 0-6, but they're I keep thinking about keep thinking about the coach up there, Matt LaFleur, 11-0 against the Bears. Breck Bear, we're about to do this, dude. I got a different one for you. You're going to start bench trade. Okay. So Breck Bear is one of my best friends in the whole world. Love the man. I don't care. I just outed him. However, I came up with a different list of sides. So hang on. I know exactly how I'd rank yours, by the way. Okay. You know what? Let's do yours first. These are ancillary sides is what I'm calling them. Although the green bean casserole should get a leg up, it's more of a traditional side. I'm starting the green bean casserole, no doubt about it. I am running to that starting line. Benching, corn pudding. I'm punting every day. My family would hate me, but I'm punting on the cranberries forever and always. Whether it's canned or whole, I'm out. I don't know what you guys think. We got oh man, the comments are flowing this morning. I'm going start green bean casserole. I'm going bench corn pudding. I'm going, you have start bench trade. Okay, we're trading cranberries for a bag of balls or a leftover piece of turkey. All right, that's Breck Bear's start bench trade. Jess, what's up? Good idea for halftime. You're in? You're going to be cooking, you said, in the morning. So I don't want to disrupt maybe everyone eats a half hour later than you're planning. Tell the family you're eating at 3. Now you're eating at 3:30 because of the lunch hour. Why would you invest so much in a passing game in Chicago when has an air game ever worked? Well, hey, Ted, it's almost 2025. When we want to, we're going to keep talking about the 85 Bears forever and always if we don't adapt to current modern day football. We have another one. I'll be watching this at halftime, says Pablo. I knew it. Start cut bench. Okay, hang on. Hang on. I'm going to show you mine. Okay, here we go. This is what I had for today. Because I don't want to, the turkey, I'm going to save that one we're going to push that one down maybe tomorrow. How about the Thanksgiving sides, like real traditional complimentary pieces of the meal? Mashed potatoes, stuffing, mac and cheese. I don't think this one's that easy. I have mine ranked. I want to see what you guys think. That's what we're going with right now. Thanksgiving sides, start, bench, cut. What's on the table? What's on the plate? What's off the table? My goodness, the comments are pouring in. Let's take a look here. It's Jess, start mashed potatoes, bench turkey. All right, so Jess and I are definitely, it's the first time we don't see eye to eye in a long time. I'm a green bean casserole guy, but I think it's hard to put turkey with two sides. Okay, so let's go with mine. Let's go with mine, which is just the sides only. Sides only, because I think forever. All right, so here we go. I'm cutting mashed potatoes. Not a popular choice, but here's why. Mashed potatoes are like, I feel like they're a year-round side dish. You go to any steakhouse, you're always kind of thinking about the mashed potato. Mashed potatoes, while complimentary, and they give you a part of that sleepy trip to come back, you put a little mashed potatoes on a turkey sandwich later. I'm all in on them. I'm going to start the stuffing because the stuffing at our Thanksgiving, specifically my brother-in-law, Ryan, I don't know if he's watching this, his stuffing should be sold at a high volume for a high price. It's that good. The homemade sausage stuffing is stupid. It's not good for you, and I'll eat a whole plate of it. The mac and cheese, again, I just made an argument for mashed potatoes benching or cutting because it's a year. Mac and cheese kind of a year round, but Thanksgiving mac and cheese, it just seems different. It feels different to me. So let's see what you guys say. Ira, Ira, you do well for the most part in my family, with the exception of me. I would punt every day on yams. Like, just saying yams makes me feel like it's 1964. Okay, so I'm an actual real sweet potato, a little cinnamon, a little brown sugar, little butter, no doubt, 100%. Jess, Chicago could play spoiler if Eric calls defensive plays, Thomas calls offensive plays. Flus has lost respect of the locker room. The team can rally to ruin Thanksgiving. Keep in mind, Jess, if they rally to ruin Thanksgiving for the Lions, Flus isn't going anywhere, at least for the rest of the season. Charles thinks Flus weasels his way into 2025. Are we officially scratch our heads in terms of Kevin Warren being a good? Well, yeah, we don't know yet. Jury's out. If they keep Flus, no one's a good hire. No one's a good hire. I bet the Ravens after they were down 10. There we go. All right. Am I saying OCUs correctly? OCUs. All right. Your mic kind of better. Strike where the iron's hot. Let's see. What else do we got? Cap said he's not a turkey man. Well, no doubt. Have him do the show on Thanksgiving. Maybe I'll bring him in, actually. Maybe I'll bring him in. Bill has a question about whether or not he would survive another NFL team. No. As a coordinator, yes, Bill, but not as a head coach. What else we got? We got some Blackhawks questions. Yeah, baby, it's all about the and nose. Yeah, look at that. Look at the odds. So I just called out my brother-in-law, Ryan. My sister-in-law happens to be watching the damn show. So there you go. How about that for symmetry? She knows what I'm talking about. I can't wait for a plate of that. We're doing Thanksgiving with my side of that side of the family, my wife's side of the family, who I don't like saying that either. Wife's side, my side. Aren't you, after a while, just kind of, that's your family? That's where I'm at. And it's just like, we're doing it. I just don't like, oh, that side. No. Having two Thanksgiving with family, having one on Thursday, having one on Saturday. Saturday, I'm making room specifically for the sausage stuffing. So, Ann, I really hope Ryan's making it. And if he's not, I just pressured him into it. Okay? So there you go. Charles, cranberry sauce is mid. Katie, can you get a definition on that for me? Is mid mean good? Just give me a thumbs up in the background. No, it means it's okay. All right. So Katie, I can see Katie, but you guys can't. She's my Gen Z professional lingo person. And I thought mid meant average, but I just wanted to make sure I was somewhat cool. D-Man, Lions going to run all over the Bears, St. Brown too. Look, this is not like you're not going out on a limb with that prediction. I think we all feel it, but I think we should consider, we should consider an account, a little recap lunch hour bet of the day. And now that means we got to pick an actual bet from that day. So like we don't have football today. We have a crap ton of college basketball games going on for those who dabble. Okay. So if there's a collective play, I'm not going to say like, if there's 5 people with 5 different bets, it might just be a no play day for us. And maybe we only play football. But Thursday, I really like this idea, guys, of having, by the way, I don't know if you're watching, whoever had the parlay, whoever made the anytime touchdown parlay from Sunday, I played it on our account, me and Cap. It was anytime touchdown, Roshan, DJ Moore, and Roma Dunze. It was $10 to win $700. And Roma Dunze late in the game is getting fed the ball in the end zone. Dude, that was a great play. And I love it. So let's keep that kind of stuff going. If there's something that I think pretty much we're playing the over as a group right now. I think that's a lock. Monty's going to rub it in our face. Musashi, I believe that to be true. I mentioned that earlier. If you just joined us, like if you think Gibbs is licking his chops, what do you think Montgomery's doing? Totally agree. Pablo, over under on you and Cap being not sober at this Thursday's halftime show. I could tell you that the over under on me having a very spicy Bloody Mary in my hand while I'm talking to you guys, if I am in fact doing this on halftime, is a lock. So if you were it's like minus 10,000. Okay. It's not on the board. David, our Chicago sports must be cursed, Ryan. What the F did we do to deserve this? I've been saying the same thing, man. We're too good of a town. We're too good of a fan base across the board to look up and down every season, 12 months a year, to be getting kicked in the teeth. Not fair. But I'm a big believer in leadership, man. Like it's for those who know me, I think good and bad leadership forever and always shows itself. And when you have great leadership, it's top down. And when you have bad leadership, it's, shit rolls downhill. And that's where we are. And it's unbelievable. We have one owner that owns 2 teams. We have all these kind of grandfathered owners. I mean, the McCaskies are the Hallises, right? So that's going nowhere. Jerry's got the Bulls and the White Sox. The Ricketts came in hot, were adamant about winning a World Series and restoring Wrigley Field. They did that. And I think now they're interested more in kind of let's bottom line, stay above water, make some money, don't spend too much. Just being facts. Like that's facts, folks. Santos, I'm worried about the Bears special teams. 2 kicks have been blocked. We had a fumble. DeAndre Carter, the ball hits him when he's calling Peter. For those who don't know, when you return punch, there's usually a signal you give. When I did it, it was Peter. That means get away. So something like that. He's yelling that, and it hits him. Inexcusable. Can't happen. Justin, what's up, man? Look at Monty and Mooney since they got the hell out of Chi-Town, thriving. I'm okay with the Mooney thing. I am. Were you going to sign him to that type of deal? I think Kirk Cousins is phenomenal. I don't think you're wrong. I just think the Bears are not losing because of Darnell Mooney. I think David Montgomery, I didn't like when they got rid of him. I didn't. But DeAndre Swift's a pretty good back with a bad line. So Montgomery's the one I would question more over Mooney. Just to bust balls. But when Rudy coming out just wants to just hit right at the hip. It's one of those things that everyone looks like, was that legal? Was it below the belt? No, they're not moving to Nashville, Rudy. I think every player that Ryan Post traded or let walk went to much better situations. Well, that's not an argument. Montgomery, first best team in football. Roquan, one of the best teams in football. Justin Fields, he's not playing. He plays 10 snaps a game. He lost his starting job because a guy was healthy behind him that was better. Clearly, D-Man, you're a Fields guy. Dude, at least start watching 18 with a little bit more damn respect because he's really flipping good. Really good. And I think he's going to be great. Some of those throws he made the other day were stupid. Clyde, I wish we were so lucky, brother. By Thursday, you're talking about by 2 days from now? Come on, man. Breck Bear knows. They've been wild this year. Third aspect has been changing games. Yeah. It's a 3-phase football game, folks. It's not 2/3. If you don't play special teams, you will lose. To Breck Bear's point, we've seen a couple teams. I think one close to his own heart. The Denver Broncos had the Kansas City Chiefs on the ropes a few weeks ago. What happened? A blocked field goal at the end of the game. You got to be better. Special teams are not to be messed with. Not to be messed with. What else we got? Why do we keep running Swift through the middle? I don't call the plays. If I did, it'd be a lot different. Pablo, DeAndre Carter telling people to get out of traffic while standing in the middle of the Eisenhower. Pablo, man, I think you're a good warm-up guy. We should have the Pablo show to set up the recap lunch hour. Katie with a private chat of my guy Breck Bear. So much for being private. What else we got from my people here? Jess, Ricketts is one step above Bob Nutting, owner of the Pirates. Pittsburgh is begging for that owner to sell. Man, that is quite the downfall or slap in the face for a guy who came in here and did something no one else did in 108 years. I don't know if he's that low. I would say that I would rank a couple of other owners in this town closer to Bob Nutting than Tom Ricketts. Why do we routinely have terrible offensive line play every season, but only ever try to put Band-Aids on it? Center's been you get what you pay for. When you pay $3 million for a center, that's what you get. When you start investing, draft and build from, Breck Bear would know this. Games are one up front, people. You can have as many stars as you want. Guys that run 4.3 40s, 1,000-yard receivers, backs, 4,000-yard quarterbacks, which we've never had in Chicago. If you don't win up front, if you can't win the game in the trenches, it doesn't matter. The Detroit Lions are really, really flipping good because they have an awesome offensive line and a great front four. And that is with injury. That's with injury. And they're still kicking people's ass. They have great depth. 78, Clyde. It'd be the 78, not the 74. 78th neighborhood. That's what they want. I don't think taxpayers are paying for it. I think there's a long way to go before that's approved. It would be kind of cool. I think they have much bigger issues than whether or not their ballpark's good. Ira, would you consider adding a listener call-in segment to these episodes? Interesting, Ira. Man, you guys are really... Woo, that would change the game. We have to think about that. Call-in segment it'd probably be more I don't know if we'll do phone. You have to actually show yourself. So if you're willing to get in front of the camera, that's a maybe. We're a little bit farther from that. Pablo, warm up guy. Keep up the great work. Appreciate you reading all our posts, Guff. Lunch hour fam. Oh, I feel it. I feel it. David wants to know when we're going to Hooters in Aurora. Nice segue, David. Because tonight we're going to Hooters in Orland Park. Tonight. Please, if you are near Orland Park or in Orland Park, show up. Come on out. We're in Orland Park at the Hooters. Show begins at 8 o'clock. I'll be there as early as 5. The whole band of the recap will be there. The whole group. Come on out. If you're on that, southwest suburbs, get on out tonight. Quite frankly, let's be honest. If you're working tomorrow, it's a wash. Then you go right into Turkey Day. So we're kind of teasing your whole weekend, right? Like, let's get it started together. Let's close Hooters down. Let's do it. So back to your point about whether or not, when are we in Aurora? It's December, I'm going off the top of my head, 10th? Katie, does that sound right? Kind of putting you on the spot. December 10th, I believe. Let me look. December 10th in Aurora. Yes, we are December 10th, David. So make your plans to be with us. Michael's out in Vegas. I'm from Vegas visiting family, so he's back here probably. Can I have a gift card to Lou Bell now? You know what? Just coming on out hot. Do I want this? And will Eberflus get fired if they get boat raced against Detroit? Cap thinks yes. I've heard some other people say they believe that could happen. So if it's a boat race, 42-10, anything like the Lions have been doing to teams, I think they have a mini bye, like a 10 days off between games. I think it could happen. You know the drill with Lou Malnati's. I'm not saying no, but I'm just saying no right now. Make sure you comment on the rush hour later. We should start doing some giveaways here. There's too many people that are dedicated to this show not to start throwing some stuff in the hopper. Lou Malnati is a fine sponsor. If you guys aren't cooking, get yourself a Lou's. Tell them it's your birthday. Where, Hooters? Justin, is that what you're asking? Appreciate you talking to me. CHGO ignores my comments. By the way, to the Bulls one. First of all, there's like a 3-pronged thing there. I'll always talk to you, Clyde. I almost said Charles because there was somebody else named Charles right before you. Always talk to you, Clyde. The recap's not CHGO and vice versa. We're different. We want the community here. Okay. And you're part of the community. We don't do this. This lunch hour show was an experiment. Way too much demand and comments and stuff from you guys to not enjoy it. I love doing this. You guys have made this a part of my day. That's absolutely fantastic. Do the Bulls win tonight? They're at the Wizards, right? I'm doing that off the top of my head. Pretty sure they're at the Wizards, like a 4-point favorite. Might have looked at the line. They are such a Jekyll and Hyde team, man. I just don't know. I'll say yes. It's a road game. Okay. Justin says, tell them Hooters, it's your birthday. Well, you know what? Technically, we were supposed to be there last week for Cap. Maybe we'll throw that. Katie, mark that down. Let's tell them it's Cap's birthday. Goff, you're the man. Oh, God. Oh, okay. I'll give you credit. Okay. All right. You fixed it, Michael. No problem. You're the man too. They make you get on the chair and sing to you. This sounds too good not to let Cap. I think that Katie and I are onto something here. Justin, hat tip to you, my friend. I think we're going to have Cap get on the chair. Yeah, I think that's going to happen. Hopefully, maybe live tonight. So, hey, tonight, if you can't be there, okay, this obviously will stream live on our channel. It'll be Tommy Waddle, Alex Brown, and Cap live from Hooters in Orland Park. If you can't be there in person, make your plans to be with us tonight live on YouTube for Feldco Football Recap Live. It's going to be another week of breaking down a bad loss and looking ahead to a game that's just less than 48 hours away, which is crazy to think about. So make your plans to be with us either in person or here on YouTube. Jess, thank you. It was a great experiment. The things that we're trying things out. If they flop, it's no big deal. If they take off, if they have fun, or if there's something here, guys, we're working on sponsorships too. This thing is, we got people interested. So pretty soon, I may be doing it from a different location of the studio. We might be littered with food, drinks, combination of everything. Combination of everything. Lou Malnati is the best pizza in the city. Well, come on, man. You think I'm going against that when Cap, the great Mindy Kaplan, is part of the family here? Yes, the best. Luigi, our O-line sucks because Pauls was a pedestrian lineman. Okay. First of all, that has nothing to do with. There's plenty of guys who didn't succeed that have had jobs like that and been great coaches and GMs. You know, like Sean McVay didn't make it as a wide receiver. Is he a terrible coach? Come on. They have big issues on the line, Luigi. I know you're pissed. We're all pissed. Okay. We're going to wrap things up here soon. Look at it. It's been the quickest 30 minutes ever. Get him the Hooters girl to sign the calendar and write happy birthday. Justin, how about this? Why don't you just come to Orland Park tonight? You have everything, all the what we should and shouldn't do. Bring your ball that you're showing in your profile. Cap will sign it. I know he'll love it. You come out to Orland Park tonight. Yes, D-man. Hooters is it's still a thing. We're going to be there live. You either talk shit or you come out and join us. All right? Clyde, your lunch break chats are awesome, Guff. Clyde, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. All right, guys. I had like 3 other topics. We never did come to the conclusion of start, bench, cut. I think we're going to turn that into the actual, that's where the segment's going to come from. Like maybe that's the reward for best answer. Starting, back to official. Starting, stuffing. Benching, mac and cheese, cutting mashed potatoes. I will be having all 3 on Thanksgiving, just to be clear. But if I had to do that in that order, that's what it would be. Appreciate you guys. Remember, one more time, I'll promote it tonight. Feldco Football Recap Live from Hooters at Orland Park. If you can be there, make sure you come up to me. Make sure you come up to Cap. Make sure you come up to our whole Recap family. We'd love to see you guys, chat it out with you. And then we're live from 8 to 9. If you can't be there in person, make sure you're here right here on YouTube. Clyde saying he's starting Hooters. Clyde knows what I'm talking about. Clyde, you are appreciated, buddy. So is everyone else. We thank you guys for watching. Hey, let me know starting now until like after tomorrow's show. And we doing this on Thanksgiving at halftime. It's starting to feel like yes. It's starting to feel like yes. We can make that decision tomorrow. For now, I'm Ryan McGuffey. This has been the Recap Lunch Hour. And as Cap usually ends every segment on this beautiful channel, I'll do it too. Take that.